Hey, how's it going? It's Harrison Burns here again, and today I have my friend Adam. Adam, would you please give me your name, age, the school you attend?
My name's Adam Lopez. I'm 17 and I go to Shadow Hills.
Awesome. So Adam recently just had a home visit with Dr. Tom Morris. Tom has been going down to multiple people in the Coachella Valley and interviewing them and talking and counseling them through their grief in their private residences. And this is a service that he has just recently started to implement within his programs through Grieving Teens, because right now schools are shut down, and this is essentially the only way to get in-person social interaction that is in a safe and respectful manner. Adam, first question to you. How did the home visit actually get scheduled? Who was the one that approached you about it? Was it Tom, or did you get recommended by a friend? Did you reach out to Tom and ask him if he was doing this sort of thing? How did it first start?
So what happened at the start was I asked my school counselor to recommend like a therapist or a grieving person, I guess, to help like help me cope with what my emotions or whatever. And then she was like, "Oh, I'm really good friends with this person called Tom Morris or whatever, and he helps like teens like you get through this stuff and like help you talk about it and stuff like that." So then she sent him an email, and then like 3 hours later or whatever, he sent me a message saying like, "Oh, is this Adam Lopez?" And then I was like, "Oh yeah, this is Adam Lopez." And then he started talking me to like for a few days. We kept talking, and he's like, "Oh, I would really like to meet you in person. Where would you like? Would you want to meet up?" And I was like, um, "I don't know. Would you mind coming to my house?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, sure, it's fine if you feel like safe there or whatever, or more like open there. Would you? Yeah, I could come over." And I was like, "Okay, could you come over on like Thursday or whatever?" And he was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll come over." So then he came over on Thursday, and yeah, he helped me a lot.
What was the purpose of the visit? Were you like, what was your strife, the things you were going through? Why did you ask him to help?
Uh, so my mom like passed away 2 years ago, and like I kind of like pushed the emotions away and like ignored them, I guess. And I was like distracted from school because we were actually going at that time, to school and stuff. So I was like distracted from my friends and everything. But then like since the quarantine, there's not really anything to do that much anymore. So I
Mhm.
started like to think about it more often and like started to think about my mom more often. And then I got like really sad and like stuff like that. And I couldn't really handle my emotions, I guess you can say. And I started like thinking like ways like things about hurting myself and stuff like that. So then I was like, oh, like I shouldn't be thinking like this stuff. So I asked my counselor, and then I got in contact with Tom.
How long did the visit last? Was it just a matter of like minutes, or was it like hours? How long did you guys speak for?
I'm pretty sure the visit lasted like an hour and 30 minutes or like 2 hours almost, I think. Like yeah, we talked a lot.
Was there a set time limit that he gave you, or did you have all the time in the world with him?
I don't think it was a set time limit.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't think it was a set time limit. I'm pretty sure I had all the time in the world. And then like once I started like getting back to normal, where he saw that I started like improving through the meeting, then he was like, oh, then he started to like end it, I guess you can say, or like say like, oh, like another meeting or something like that.
So, in other words, he wasn't going to leave until he was absolutely sure that you were all right.
Yeah, pretty much until he saw that I was good, and then he saw that I was like good and that I was like starting to be happy and like how the meeting helped a lot. And then he was like, oh, okay, then I'll like talk to you tomorrow or like later today after the meeting. And I was like, okay, thank you. And then he left.
Was there anything that you felt was lacking within the interview process? Did you feel like there was something you would change, or did you have an opinion on something that you'd like to add in?
Mm, no, not really. I thought it went really good, like for me at least, because like I don't know, I was more like I was kind of it felt better that he was like in person, so it was like easier opening up than just on like the phone or something like that. So like I enjoyed it a lot. It helped me. Like it helped. The experience was really good, I thought.
So, in your opinion, you'd rather have somebody obviously physically in person with you, communicating back and forth rather than just conversing over the phone.
Yeah, it felt more real, I guess you can say, like,
I totally get it.
yeah, like realistic. And I was like, it helped a lot.
Well, my last question to you is just: would you recommend this service that Tom provides to other people?
Yeah, I would recommend it. It helped me a lot, like a lot. So I would recommend that anyone who's going through like a hard time would like try to reach out and like help, like ask someone if they can like come to their house, or like a therapist or something, to come over and like talk to them in person than just over the phone, because I think it's easier that way than just like on the phone.
I would agree. Well, Adam, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate your input on this matter.
Mm-hmm.
All
Thank you.
right.